quiet clearing beneath the wide African sky. An old Hadzabe grandmother sat beside a small fire. Her grandchildren gathered close. The night was calm, and the sounds of nature, crickets, distant birds, and rustling leaves filled the air. The grandmother's voice was gentle, but serious. "My children," she began, "I am no longer as strong as I once was. My legs are slow, and my eyes do not see as far. Soon, you must learn to watch over yourselves and each other." The children leaned closer, sensing the weight of her words. "There is something you must never forget," she continued. "Long ago, before you were born, our land was the same as it is now. Beautiful, full of life, full of food, but it was also dangerous." She paused, letting the fire crackle. "There was a lion, a great one. We called him Leon. He was clever, patient, and strong. He did not fear people like other animals do." The youngest child whispered, "What did he do, grandmother?" The grandmother's eyes reflected the firelight. "Leon took my father. Then, seasons later, he took my mother. And even my grandfather, who was the strongest hunter of our people. Leon took him too." The children gasped softly, holding on to each other. "That is why I tell you this," she said firmly. "Nature is beautiful. It gives us water, food, and life, but it does not belong to us. We are part of it, and we must respect it." She looked at each child one by one. "When you walk in the bush, walk together. When you hear silence where there should be sound, be alert. When you see tracks, understand their story, and never think you are stronger than the wild." The fire flickered lower. "But most important," she said, her voice softening again, "take care of each other. We survive because we stay together. We listen, we learn, we protect one another." The children nodded quietly. Above them, the stars stretched across the sky, ancient and watchful. And in the distance, carried by the wind, came the faint echo of a lion's call, reminding them that the grandmother's story was not just about the past, but about the world they still lived in. The fire burned low and steady, its orange glow lighting the faces of the children gathered around their grandmother. The night felt bigger somehow, as if the darkness itself was listening. The old woman shifted slightly, wrapping her shawl tighter around her shoulders. Her voice came slowly, like footsteps on dry earth. "My children, listen carefully. This story is not just a story. It is our memory. It is how we stay alive." The wind moved through the trees, and somewhere far away, a hyena laughed. "When I was young," she continued, "I ran faster than all the other girls. I could follow tracks across hard ground. I could climb trees and carry water without resting. I believed I was strong." She gave a small, quiet smile. "But the land teaches all of us the same lesson. No one is stronger than nature." The children sat still, their eyes wide. In those days, our people moved often. We followed the animals, the honey, the water. The land was generous. We ate well. We laughed much. She paused and stared into the fire. But there was a lion, not like the others. "Leon," one child whispered. "Yes," she said softly, "Leon." The name seemed to settle into the night. He was not just strong, he was patient. He watched, he learned us. The grandmother drew a line in the dust with a stick. Most lions hunt and leave. They fear people, fire, noise. But Leon, he did not. He came close, too close. The fire cracked loudly, making one of the younger children jump. My father was the first, she said. The children leaned in. He was a hunter, brave, careful. One morning, he went out before the sun rose. He saw tracks, but he thought they were old. He did not see Leon watching from the grass. Her voice lowered. He never came back. The children held their breath. We searched, we called his name, but the bush does not always give back what it takes. A long silence followed. After that, she continued. We became more careful. We stayed closer together. We kept fires burning at night. She looked up at the stars, but Leon was still there. Her hand trembled slightly as she spoke. My mother. She was gathering berries with other women. They were talking, laughing for a moment. They forgot to watch, just a moment. The grandmother closed her eyes briefly. That was enough. The children shifted closer to each other. My grandfather, she said, her voice tightening. He was the strongest of us all. A great hunter, he said. I will find this lion. I will end this fear. She shook her head slowly. He tracked Leon for days. He followed him across dry riverbeds, through tall grass into the hills. The fire dimmed slightly as the woods settled. But Leon was not just strong, he was clever. She looked at the children again, her gaze sharp despite her age. The hunter became the hunted. No one spoke. The fire burned low and steady, its orange glow flickering across the faces of the children gathered close to their grandmother. The night stretched wide above them, heavy with quiet, as if even the stars were listening. The old woman adjusted her shawl and looked at the circle of small, attentive eyes around her. Her voice came gently, but with a weight that held their attention. My children, listen carefully. What I tell you is not just a story. It is what keeps our people alive. A cool breeze moved through the trees, brushing against the leaves with a soft whisper. Somewhere in the distance, an owl called once and fell silent again. When I was young, she began, her gaze drifting into the fire. I believed the world was simple. I ran fast, I climbed trees, I carried water without stopping. I thought strength was in the body. She paused, a faint smile touching her lips. But I learned that strength alone does not protect you. The children leaned in closer. In those days, we lived close to the land. We followed the animals, the seasons, the water. The earth gave us what we needed. We did not take more than we could carry. She drew a small circle in the ash with a stick. Life was balanced, but never safe. The fire cracked softly. There was a lion, she said, her tone lowering slightly. Leon, a child asked quietly. Yes, she replied. The name seemed to settle into the air like a shadow. He moved differently from the others. He did not rush, he did not scare easily. He watched, and he waited. The grandmother tapped the ground once with a stick. Most lions keep their distance from people, fire, voices, movement. They avoid these. But Leon learned. He grew close, too close. The children became still. My father was the first we lost. The firelight trembled across her face as she spoke. He woke before sunrise, as hunters do. He followed signs in the ground, believing they belonged to an old path. He did not know Leon was nearby. A long silence followed. He never returned. The wind shifted slightly, and the flames bent with it. After that, she continued. We became more careful. We moved as one. We watched the ground. We kept our fires bright through the night. She looked at each child slowly. But fear, once it enters a place, it does not leave quickly. Her voice softened. My mother believed the danger had passed. She returned to her daily work, gathering food with the others. They laughed, they spoke, they trusted the moment. She shook her head gently. That was when Leon came again. The children drew closer together. One moment of forgetting is all it takes in the wild. She placed a hand over her chest briefly, and my grandfather, he could not accept this. He was strong, proud, and determined. He said he would end the fear for all of us. The grandmother's eyes grew distant. He tracked Leon across the land, through dry ground, through tall grass, over long distances. He followed signs most would miss. The fire grew quieter as the woods settled, but Leon understood him too. She exhaled slowly. The hunter walked into the hunter's path. No one spoke. He never came back either. The night seemed to deepen around them. The children sat close now, shoulders touching, hands held tightly. The grandmother leaned forward slightly, her voice steady again. That is why I tell you this now. I am not as strong as I once was. My body slows. My strength fades. One day, I will not be able to guide you in the same way. She looked at them with care. But you must not fear this. She pointed gently toward them. You must learn from it. Her finger then moved toward the darkness beyond the fire. The world around us is beautiful. It gives us food, water, and life. But it also demands respect. She nodded slowly. When the birds stop singing, listen. When the ground changes, watch. When your heart feels uneasy, do not ignore it. The children nodded in understanding. And remember, she added, her voice soft but firm, no one survives alone for long. She reached out and placed her hand on one child's shoulder. You protect each other. You walk together. You share what you see and what you feel. A pause. Because in the wild, awareness is life. A distant sound moved through the night, uncertain, low, and far away. The children looked toward the darkness, then back to their grandmother. She remained calm. Do not let fear control you, she said quietly. Let it teach you. The fire flickered one last time, its glow steady against the vast, listening night. And in that silence, the children understood. Not just the story, but the meaning behind it. That survival was not only in strength, but in unity, awareness, and respect for the world they shared. Little Tuya Tuya sat quietly beside the fire, holding a small stick and tracing circles in the ash. The grandmother's words still echoed in her mind. The land speaks. You must learn to listen. The night was calm, but Tuya Tuya felt something different in the air. Grandmother, she asked softly, how do we know when danger is near? The old woman looked at her with calm eyes. "You do not always see danger first," she replied. "Sometimes you hear it or feel it." She pointed toward the trees. "Listen." The children became silent. At first they heard nothing. Then slowly, the usual night sounds changed. The insects grew quiet, the birds stopped calling. Tuyetuye's heart began to beat faster. "Do you feel it?" the grandmother asked. Tuyetuye nodded. "Yes, it feels empty." The grandmother nodded. "That emptiness is a warning." From the distance, a branch snapped. All the children turned their heads at once. The grandmother did not move quickly. She simply stood up and said calmly, "Stay close. Do not run. Do not panic." The fire was strengthened, the flames rising higher. The light pushed back the darkness. Tuyetuye stayed close to the others, remembering the lesson. Not strength, not speed, awareness. The sounds of the night slowly returned again. Crickets, wind, distant movement. The danger, whatever it was, passed by unseen. Tuyetuye looked up at her grandmother. "I understand now," she whispered. The grandmother smiled. "You are learning." And in that moment, Tuyetuye realized something important. In the wild, survival was not only about hunting or running. It was about listening, staying together, and respecting the balance of nature. Next story. Little Tuyetuye and the morning tracks. Before the sun rose, little Tuyetuye woke up to the soft movement of the camp. The fire was still warm, and the air carried a cool morning breeze. She noticed her grandmother already awake, looking at the ground near the edge of the camp. "Grandmother," Tuyetuye asked, rubbing her eyes, "why do you wake up so early?" The old woman pointed to the ground. "Because the land leaves messages while we sleep." Tuyetuye walked closer and looked down. In the soft soil, there were fresh tracks, clear and deep. "Are these animal tracks?" she asked. The grandmother nodded slowly. "Yes, and they tell a story." Tuyetuye knelt down, studying them carefully. Which animal made them? The grandmother crouched beside her. "Look at the shape, the size, the distance between steps." Tuyetuye followed the marks with her fingers. "They are large and heavy, walking close to our camp." The grandmother's voice became serious. "Very good. And what does that mean?" Tuyetuye thought for a moment. "It means something strong passed by here while we were sleeping." The grandmother nodded again. "Exactly, not all danger comes loudly, some pass quietly." Tuyetuye looked around nervously. "Is it still here?" The grandmother smiled gently. "We do not know, but we prepare, we observe, and we stay together." She stood up and called the others. "Look at the ground before you step, learn what walks around you. The land will guide you if you pay attention." The children gathered, studying the tracks, learning how to read the silent language of the earth. Tuyetuye felt something new inside her, not fear, but awareness. She understood now. In their world, survival was not just about strength or speed. It was about noticing the small signs others might miss, and respecting the unseen stories written all around